Good morning. This is Dr. Isaac Gorin and this is Rivka Gorin, and we are here in South Florida, Gorin Acupuncture Wellness Center. Welcome. Today we wanted to talk about nutritional response testing, which is NRT in short. Rivka's been doing it for many years, and it's been so helpful for me as an acupuncturist because the synergistic between the two works so powerfully for the patient that I wanted her to introduce that and talk about it in this segment. So, do you want to start or do you want me to ask questions?
Ask questions. I always love to answer questions. It's much easier.
Yeah, so I want to start from the stressors, right from the get-go, because for me, acupuncture, where it helps the acupuncture is when we have stressors. And so, like, some patients come with fungus, bacteria and virus and heavy metals and chemicals. And with the acupuncture, it's not as effective as when you give them the herbs to clear that. Can you talk about it? First, if you can tell us about the stressors, what they are, and then how to treat them.
Each one of us has his own nervous system, and the nervous system knows exactly what we have in our body, why we suffer, and what we suffer from, and what we are not suffering from. The nervous system has layers, and we work on different layers, and I'll talk about it later. People come with fatigue. They sleep well at night, and when they wake up in the morning, they really feel drained or fatigued. So one of the reasons can be one of the stressors that Isaac just mentioned, and I can add more to it because it's not just heavy metals, bacteria, chemicals, radiation, fungus, viruses. It's also the vaccines that people took. It's also food. It's also parasites, and I think that's it. It's 7. It's a 9. So when a person comes to see me, I test his nervous system to see what's going on, what bothers the nervous system, and why he is fatigued, or why they are bloated, or why they have skin or issues, or why they have brain fog. So I run tests to see which one of the stressors are active on their nervous system. And so when we clear it, when I give them the herbs or the supplement, and it's whole food based nutrition, everything is natural, everything is very potent. When I give it to them and they clear the fungus, bacteria, whatever it is, they get back their own energy. So the energy that used to serve them and then fighting the bacteria, now when the bacteria is gone, they get back their own energy. So they feel more energized when they wake up in the morning. Their focus is much better, their sleep is better, their memory is better, and all the vitality is much higher, and they're more functional.
So working with you and the nutritional response testing for the last 20 years, I've seen you also diagnose people where there is one of these stressors either in the brain or in one of the organs. Can you talk about that?
Back in, can't remember how long, it was
about
like
10
about
years ago.
7 years ago.
Okay.
There was a lady that came to see us. She was treated by Isaac, and then she saw me. She lost her voice. She couldn't talk, and she didn't understand why. And when I ran the test, I saw that she had fungus that affected her brain, and that's why she couldn't talk. And it affected also, I think, her thyroid, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And as soon as we clear, also she had parasites.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why she couldn't sleep well. She was drained energy-wise. So as soon as we cleared that, her voice came back. She could talk, and she worked for the radio station, right?
At television.
Television station.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she was an anchor on TV, and it was really significant to give her back her voice. So, and another lady came to see me. She started stuttering for a whole year. She was stuttering. I saw the same thing. She had also heavy metals chemicals in the brain and parasites and fungus. And as soon as we cleared that, after 2 weeks, she started talking regularly as a regular person. And I had another lady like that. So parasites can be in any organ in the body, not
including
just
the brain.
including the brain. But usually most people think that it's only in the guts, and it's not, because they travel.
You talked earlier about layers. Can you talk a little bit more about the layers?
Yes. We have different layers for the nervous system. I test the first 2 layers when at the first appointment. So it's when the person is standing, and then when they lay down on a bed, and then I check all the organs, I check the muscles, I check what stressors do they still have that we need to clear. And when we start clearing it and I see an improvement, I go to the next layer, which is what's going on in their nervous system while they're asleep. So they come and they lay down and they don't sleep, they just close their eyes, and it's powerful as if they sleep.
I wanted you to talk a little bit about the herbs and the process of, you talked about how like people have different stressors and different diseases, and it can be in different parts of the body, but how do you then tailor the exact herbs to them?
Okay, great question, because it's really important to me to mention and to talk about. Many people come to see me. When they come to see me, I tell them, listen, whatever you take, whatever supplements you take, vitamins, minerals, whatever it is, bring them with you and let's test it on you. Because sometimes the supplements themselves creating all the mess. So I had a lady with 50 different supplements. Only 9 were good, and she's very rich. So whatever she wanted to, she thought about, yeah, I need that, maybe this, maybe that. She really put a lot of money, spent a lot of money on that, and only 9 were good for her. So it's like, in a way, it's wasting money.
I remember also there was another time where we had somebody who was taking amino acids.
Yes.
And we tested different types of amino acid, and there was one company that wasn't working for them, and then another company that was.
Definitely. When I tailor supplements for people, when I take one supplement, I run 8 tests, different tests, to see if it supports their nervous system, the immune system, and their organs. Even if the bottle passed 7 tests, I cannot give it to them.
So is one of the tests to see if they actually, let's say that you give them an herb for fungus.
Mm-hmm.
Are you testing to see if it's also, the body can absorb it?
Yes, definitely. We have three points that I test to check the sensitivity and the way they digest it.
And whether they can absorb it
absorption
and
and digestion, definitely.
Makes sense. It totally makes sense.
Yeah. So, and then I test the dosage, because on each bottle they put 1 with each meal, 3 a day, 9 a day, whatever it is. It doesn't work like that for with this method. I test every bottle what the dosage that person needs to take for his own case right now, and then when the stressor or where the bacteria is gone, starting to fade away,
the dosage
changes.
Okay.
So it decreases.
Okay.
So don't need to take supplements constantly on a daily basis for the rest of our lives. It depends what's going on in the body. We don't need all the time vitamin C. We don't need all the time vitamin D. If you are spending 10, 15 minutes a day outside under the sun, you don't need vitamin D. And I have something very interesting to say about vitamin D, by the way.
Okay.
According to the Western medicine, the doctors tell you that, let's say, 30 units a day you need to take for vitamin D.
Okay.
But this is medically, it's good for you. But functionally, it's not enough. Functionally, you need 60 or 70. Okay. So many people say, yeah, but I have my blood tests show that vitamin D levels are good, and I see that it's missing, and they still feel tired or lack of energy.
So this is actually a good point to ask, actually, because many people are coming from Western medicine first. They're having blood tests and all kinds of scans. And then they come to you and they say, oh, I already had a blood test, and they say that everything is okay. So can you compare what you do with blood tests?
Yes. I had several patients that came to see me after they got the results. And they say, you know what, it's exactly what the blood test showed. And I said, okay, that's great. On the other side, I have people that everything was good with their blood test, and still they felt really bad. And I said, no, let's say I had a lady that had some issues with her thyroid. I said, how come I have issues with my thyroid? Because the blood test shows everything is well. Everything is good. So I said, no, here. And I tested it, and she saw it, and she was shocked to see that it's not working for her, and it's still, it's not in correlation with the blood test. So we took care of the thyroid, and then she became energetic, focused, and she really felt good.
Okay, so one more thing for me is that I hear you talk about fungus and bacteria and like fatigue and brain fog. But can you talk about really disease? Like a lot of people come, oh, I have arthritis, or I have IBS, or I have this disease or that disease, and can you talk about that?
Yes, any disease, whatever it would be, we first need to clear all the stressors from the body, because they cause the disease. And people usually don't understand it, which is okay, because nobody talks about it. When we start clearing everything in all layers of the nervous system, which we have more layers after when they lay down with eyes closed, when everything is balanced, the disease either become vanished or become really manageable. It depends what the disease is. And sometimes we need a lot of time to work on it, because it takes time to clear the body, to balance the body. The lady on the wheelchair.
Right.
She couldn't, at the first appointment, I had to hold her next to the wall so she doesn't collapse. And after 2 sessions, 3 sessions, she could hold herself. Everything was good, and even she couldn't speak. She spoke, but you couldn't understand her what she's saying. And her friends that didn't speak with her 2 years, they said to the other lady, listen, now we understand her, because she had parasites in the brain and fungus in the brain.
Okay.
And as we cleared it, she started to
more coherent.
More coherent.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Any last thing before we close? Other than, make sure you come and see us.
There is a lot of things we don't know that we don't know. And here, only by these tests, it's an unbelievable how many people getting the aha moments about their health and health issues just by knowing how it affects all the stressors affect their body.
Unbelievable. As it comes to an end, it sounds to me that it's very powerful.
It
and
is
every
very
single
powerful.
person should
It is very powerful.
get tested at least once a year, kind of just to see where they're at.
Yeah, to
Even if they don't have a disease, just to
Definitely,
clear the heavy metals, the
definitely.
chemicals, the
We all
bacteria.
have heavy metals, chemicals. We all have
Parasites.
radiation. We all have parasites. Radiation is big issue today because of the screens and the phones and all the cellular towers. So, and it really, and the electric cars also.
Oh, right.
Yes, this is a big issue.
Oh, wow.
So
We can do
if you
5 episodes just on that.
So if you feel tired, if you feel fatigued, if you feel not focused, if you're
Have any disease.
anything that you want to clear, call us.
Well, that was Rifa Goren and Dr. Isaac Goren from Goren Acupuncture Wellness Center, and thank you for joining us for this episode today. God bless and
Have a nice
good
day.
health.
Thank you.